Restock everything? Be on our way? Yep, I have actually. In fact, I'm going to leave you all here to die. I've decided that none of you are worth it. I'm going to sling Miss Vance over my shoulder, hop into my awesome mobile, and leave you all to your doom. Combine can have the planet. That's not actually an option, is it? I can't kill you either.
You know the one I mean, involving a certain microwave casserole.
Oh, get over it, man. I mean, so we smeared your casserole over ourselves and danced around naked with your wife. I mean, doesn't everybody do this sort of thing at least once in their lifetime? And I forgot to cut out this loading screen, didn't I? Now we all get to stare at this nice frozen picture of a supply crate and the rocket launcher, which ironically I will not use at any point throughout the ensuing fight, for reasons I honestly don't understand myself. Actually, there are perfectly valid reasons. It's by this point I'd actually finally realised that you can kill a certain type of enemy using the car much more effectively than you can using any of the handguns and whatnot on offer. So yeah, I pretty much have no reason to use the rocket launcher whatsoever.
Taking a few liberties with your car. Check it out. I added a rack for Magnuson devices back here.
Okay, that's pretty sweet. What else you got for us? Today on Pimp My Ride. Actually, I've got to ask, how does that work exactly? A radar doesn't distinguish between types of objects, it just delivers you a sonar map of objects. Unless you sort of configured it so the sonar knows dickheads here. Oh, we have a plan. Fantastic, we actually have a plan. That's a good start. So what is the plan? Is it you guys lay down awesome covering fire, a volley of rockets take out Striders left, right and centre? Or is it a case of you stand around firing uselessly with machine guns you know don't actually affect these creatures, while I run around desperately trying to stick bombs to their back ends and hoping they don't brutally murderize me, while I attempt to shoot said sticky bomb with a pistol because they don't have a fucking remote control? No, calm down. Calm down. Stay calm. I'm sure all will be revealed in time. We didn't really need that road sign, did we? Yeah, there was a strange bit of lag here during this opening section. I think it's all the game was trying to load the models and whatnot for the Striders. Things just sort of lagged like crazy. It clears up later on when they're actually here, which is the oddest part. Didn't I just see you? You were the guy fixing my car earlier. How did you get out here? And why are you talking like an old army sergeant?
And in case Striders aren't bad enough, recon indicates they're being escorted by packs of hunters.
Of course they are.
What I want you to do... Attention! North perimeter breach. All right, people, this is it. We have a Strider approaching from the cranes. Go!
Great. So we'll head in this direction then.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh crap, these are the cranes, aren't they? Seriously, why the fuck did you come out with machine guns? They have no effect against either the hunters or the Striders. Could you at least have the common sense to arm yourselves with something that would actually help me? Right, let's do this then. Something you may all want to know for when you do play this game yourselves, and I do insist that you play everything I've LP'd at least once. Piss off. Yes, it is true that I am the most dangerous thing you're facing, but you're not actually supposed to know that. Anyway. Yeah. When you're carrying the Magnuson bombs, you cannot use your suit's enhanced run function, which is quite frankly a stupid design idea, considering the Striders move so much further and faster than you do in a single stride, that making it impossible to run while trying to chase after them to fling the bombs is a bit of, well, it's cheap difficulty, like, really, let's face it. And I forgot to pick up another bomb, didn't I? Now, for reasons that escape me, rather than going back to the car, I think I decided to run to the next checkpoint I know of that's got magazine devices. I mean, admittedly, at this stage in the fight, I'm pretty sure the other striders don't appear until you've defeated the previous one. So there's no real reason for me to jump back in the car. I don't need the speed, per se. And at this stage in the game, the striders are on the furthest point of the map from the rockets, so there's no real danger of them catching up to me. Well, as you can see here, even without really being able to use the run function, I'm still able to get back to the strider and attach my little explosive device to its undercarriage, a la Luke Skywalker, but with a pistol instead of a lightsaber. I can still do that pretty comfortably without having to really worry. So at this stage in the fight, my advice to you would be just do whatever you want, really. When it progresses to the next stage, you will need to have the car within easy sprinting distance at all times, or else you will get thoroughly butt-fucked. Oh, one little bit of advice. I don't know if this applies to all difficulty settings, but on easy and normal difficulty settings, the NPCs back near the rocket will all be armed with rocket launchers. They will never actually take down a strider, but they will usually be able to take out the hunters for you, so you don't have to worry about them. And they should also delay the the striders' advance, usually by about 30 seconds to a minute, to give you enough time to attach a bomb and destroy them. Yeah, I kind of mess up a little here. It's so long since I actually played this game that I forgot that you can alter your view without turning the vehicle. So you see here, I've got my view set slightly left, and I keep forgetting to alter it. Well, it's not really forgetting, just I'm in the middle of trying to battle 3 or 4 hunters. I don't really have the time. I think that took care of them all? That's excellent, yeah, that's excellent. Now, is this the one where... Yeah, this was it, wasn't it? There's sort of a plot point, not really a plot point, a key event, that's more like it. Basically, this strider here will zoom off at full running speed towards... I'm not sure what this structure is, actually. Basically, it'll zoom off here to try and destroy it. Or is that the next one? Actually, no, sorry, that's the next strider to appear. Ignore me. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Unfortunately, as you can see, once again, I've made the mistake of running off away from my car, which at this point in the game is a bad idea. The interval between strider waves gets shorter and shorter with each stage of the fight you go into. So it probably was a bad idea to chase off after it. I probably would have been better off turning round, noticing that I couldn't actually physically see it anymore, and chasing it down in the car. It didn't cost me too badly, thankfully. I don't think the second strider had gotten that far away from me at this point. But if I'd tried this in, say, the third wave of attacks, I would have been royally boned, because by the time I got back to the car, the other strider would have taken out most of the buildings, and probably most of the NPCs too. So it really is just a satisfying feeling running those damn things down. Unfortunately, at the same time, I managed to glitch a little bit and get the car stuck on top of a log. I think it takes me a few seconds of trying different things before I remember that the 0-point energy manipulator thing here can actually fire, solid objects. Well, solid metal objects anyway. Can knock them around. Takes me a few seconds to remember that. But I finally break free. And off I go down the old rail tracks. Find myself another hunter to plow down. But you can see, the more you use the rundown tactic, the smarter the damn little things get. They start hopping out of your way. Which can be a little bit problematic. Yes, calm down, we're on it. Yeah, it can get a little bit problematic when they they keep hopping left and right, especially when you're in the narrower canyons. You'll spend a good 30-40 seconds trying to run the things down. In the meantime, the striders use that time to more or less reach the rocket. And also, I don't know if this happens on higher difficulty levels, but on easy and normal, the armor and health items at these various checkpoint stations regenerate. So you don't have to panic about making sure you don't recharge your health and armor unless you absolutely have to, because you can do it pretty much at will on these regular difficulty settings. Here in my car, I can drive very far. I can plow down hunters. I can smear them all over my bumper in cars. Slightly annoying thing is, if you don't get a full-on, a full speed run up at the hunters, you'll only damage them rather than kill them, and it becomes a hell of a bitch to back up far enough to get a decent run up at them, because they'll basically keep firing those fetchits at you the whole time. And although when you're in the car they don't do as much damage as they do when you're on foot, their collective impact can become somewhat annoying. And here once again I made the mistake of grabbing the mine instead of chasing the thing down first in the car. It takes me a good, 10-20 seconds to catch up with it. Time I could have been using to chase after the other ones. Yes, they do start throwing multiple striders at you. You see, there's at least... there you go. All the extra time it took me, I should have been halfway at least over towards destroying the other one. But as a result, I still haven't grabbed another magnetism device, and there's another one appeared on the map. There is actually an achievement as well you can get for